I'm Alan Kenny, Editorial Director with REIT.com, and joining me at NAREIT's headquarters in Washington, D.C. is Paul McDermott, newly installed President and CEO of Washington Real Estate Investment Trust. Paul, give us an update on just how are things going with the transition and what kind of challenges are you facing?
Well, I'll start off with, first off, thank you very much for having me. I'll start off by saying that, Skip gave me some good counsel in terms of going through and progressing through certain milestones. And it's really, to continue to reach out to the networks, have a good sounding board as you make decisions, because RIT, like a number of other companies, has a lot of challenges going forward, just based in terms of what's taking place in our marketplace right now and directionally, where the real estate and the capital markets are going. So I'd say that's probably the initial thing. In terms of challenges from a macro level, we're obviously dealing with a lot of, I'd say, confusion and distortion in terms of what's going on Capitol Hill right now. This market, when 40% of your GDP is reliant on federal spending, and on our statistics, federal spending peaked in 2010 at $82.5 billion. I think 2011, 2012, and 2013, we've seen progressive cuts. I think it's down 13% to roughly about $70 billion. So that's going to have an impact on us. But I think the first thing that we have to do is take a step back, look at our strategy, and make sure that things are aligned for going forward.
So if you want to pick out any key objectives or goals for this opening part of your tenure, what would they be?
I'd say immediately is a focus on the strategy right now. I think, as if you've looked at RIT over the last couple of years, they've sold off their industrial portfolio. They are in the process of completing the execution on the sale of a medical office portfolio. So we're really focused on three product types: office, multifamily, and retail. And I think what I'd like to see is a more granular look at each one of those asset classes. I've asked our team to really look at each one of those product types with a more critical lens. And when I say that, you can expect us to be much more focused on, submarkets, product type, what are the demographics, what are the growth trends. And that's really how we want to align individually our office, our retail, and our multifamily expansion. Because you should see RIT expand its footprint in this area. I mean, that's what we're here for, and I think that's what investors are expecting out of us. And I think once we've completed the strategic, view end to end, then it's really a function of making sure that your resources are in alignment to execute that strategy. And our goal is to have that immediately completed and ready to present to our board in January of 2014.
Now, earlier you mentioned all the kind of upheaval regarding the fiscal situation in Washington. How's that really impacting your strategy going forward?
When I look at Washington, D.C., I look at it in terms of unemployment. In terms of major metro areas, we're top 5, okay? Net immigration of people wanting to live here, we're top 5. Median income in the United States, we're number 1. Highly educated workforce, we're number 1. I mean, there's still a lot of positive attributes about Washington, D.C. that investors need to get their arms around. And I think maybe some of the companies here, we can do a better job communicating that. It's easy to take shots at Washington, D.C. right now because we've got a dysfunctional situation down the street. But I would also say that if I look at even the office footprint in downtown D.C., from 2015 to 2019, you have all of the law firms and the associations rolling over, a lot of big leases, but really a limited new supply coming on. So we're actually fairly optimistic. I think we're still, like a lot of other real estate companies in Washington, D.C., we're still navigating through the headwinds. But I'm confident that with a kind of a more refined strategy and a more focused approach, coupled with improving market conditions, that Washington Real Estate Investment Trust is going to be on its way to expand its footprint and basically grow what we need to grow for our investors.
Paul, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
And for more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.